Every month I ask my patrons and my channel members that are signed up to the Karen tier to pick something for me to talk about, review, muck around with on the channel for that month. And the choice for February was skewed towards gin, because I thought, well, hopefully the weather will be getting a little bit better, and it's gone quite a bit nicer. It's, you know, it's weird. We had snowstorms and then really pleasant weather within like a week of each other. February's been very strange indeed. But anyway, you're not here for a weather report. Gins. Long story short, out of a myriad of choices, this slightly unusual bottle was what was picked. This is a gin from Aberdeen, parentheses Shire. House of Elrick. Their standard bottles don't look anything like this, but their Old Toms are more kind of classical shaped, if that makes sense. Their standard offering, much more beautiful bottle, which is weird. Normally you do the special edition the other way around, but anyway, we won't go into that. This is House of Elrick's Coconut Old Tom. What is an Old Tom? Well, apparently it's a cat. No. It is a style of gin that is sweetened, basically, and there's a long story about it that I'm not going to go into today because that should be its own thing. And that's not going to be the focus of today. Today is going to be the focus of a rather exotic flavoured gin. Coconut is not something you see very often. I think Lin Gin do a coconut one as well, in a rather fetching blue bottle. Some fun things about this as well. When I came round to, you know, having a look at what to talk about in regards to this bottle, I thought I'd go onto the website because they are, generally speaking, one of the best resources, and it looks like this has been discontinued. So that's fun. You can still get your hands on it in some places. I'm a little bit surprised because this is really nice gin. Spoilers, I've had this stuff already. It's been sat on my shelf for a little while. I've fired into it every now and then, and it is lovely stuff. I'm a big fan of coconut. If you're not a big fan of coconut, this is not going to be for you. No. Coconut is a fun flavour when it comes to rums and gins and beers, in that more often than not, they really fuck it up. Like, they just really don't nail it at all. Bounty bars really nail it because they're rammed with coconut. It's difficult to fuck that up when it is 98% coconut. And I like Bounty bars. Bounties are great. This has a similar sort of a vibe to it. It's sweet and it's coconutty, and then there's like juniper and other bits and pieces, and we're going to talk about the botanical bill in there as well. I'm going to be pairing it with some Merchant's Heart. Again, we've come across this before because I got a box of it and I'm just kind of firing through it. It's what I have available. You can use tonics that suit you better. Old Toms are often paired with ginger or lemon as well to kind of offset that sweetness. Quick thing about Old Toms as well, I've had a fair few. This is a sweeter Old Tom. A lot of Old Toms out there actually aren't that sweet, I've noticed. They're sweeter, but when it comes to drinking, you're like, doesn't taste very sweet. Whereas this, you're definitely like, oh yeah, no, that's sweet, that's sweet. This one uses, I think it just uses syrup as the sweetening ingredient. You can tell that this is off the cuff, can't you? Do you know what? I'll read the spiel on the back and then we'll drink some gin. Well, I'll drink some gin and tell you about it, and you will live vicariously through my decisions. This is part of how I make a living. How exciting is that? Resurrecting the original missing link with a coconut infusion. House of Elrick Old Tom Coconut provides a sweeter liquid for those who love to create. That feels like that sentence should continue, but it doesn't. There's a full stop there. An original recipe built upon the distinct taste profile of House of Elrick gin. Old Tom Coconut is distilled with hand-picked botanicals of pink peppercorns, sweet fennel and rose petals, sweetened with syrup and coconut to provide a perfect base for classical cocktails, or to be enjoyed simply over ice. I'm not going to be doing that because I don't know, I've just not got any ice at the minute. You can still get their regular Old Toms. I suppose you could do a house infusion with like some desiccated coconut or something like that if you wanted to, or coconut flakes, or, you know, if you wanted to. Alternatively, there are, you know, other coconut gins out there. I do not know how good or not good they are because I have not tried them. This may well turn into the coconut gin tasting channel. That's probably not going to happen, although there are worse things that I could do, to be fair. Right, so I'm going to pour a fair fairly healthy measure in that, because as previously mentioned, I'm quite a fan of this stuff. Also, there's a lovely angry grey moggy on the front there. This would be an appropriate juncture to bring Mo in, but unfortunately he's out at the minute, so he's, you know, off doing his cat socialising business, whatever it is he does. So he won't be making an appearance today. So if you're watching purely just to see if the cat shows up, it's not going to happen, sorry. Unless he appears at the window like right now. He's not coming, is he? Okay, right. Let's get on with this instead then. So it's clear because it's gin. That's how gin tends to work. Although, you know, aged expressions are out there. Pine needles and rubbing alcohol on those. Oh, it's 40% by the way. I should quickly mention that as well. And then after a couple of huffs, there's a toasted coconut, kind of like macaroons, macarons. Macaron, no, he's a politician. Is he? No, macaroons, macarons. The coconut biscuit thing with like sometimes jam and chocolate on them. Oh, fuck it. It's bounty bars, let's go with that instead. It's like toasted desiccated coconut. Blimey, we went round the houses for that one. Be alarmed to hear that it smells kind of like coconut. Yeah, really coconutty. Really coconutty. Did I mention coconut yet? Yeah. It's a little bit peppery. The coconut is front and centre. It's sweet. It's coconutty. It's like a coconut cake or bounty bar or other form of dense coconut mixture. What am I doing with my hand? It's coconutty. Yep. As a spirit, it's a touch rough. Not gonna lie. It's got a bit of spice at the back. Really sweet up front. There's kind of like a jarring bitterness comes in halfway through. Not great on its own, won't lie. Maybe the ice would help a bit, but of course the ice is going to help because the lower temperature means that you get less of kind of like the alcohol burn, and also it just kind of reduces your ability to taste flavours overall, which is why some crappier spirits recommend you drink them with ice. The more you know. So, let's chuck some tonic into this. I was tempted to get ginger ale. In fact, I was going to get ginger ale and then I forgot. I got daffodils instead because that's how my brain works. There we go. It's lovely and pink because this is the hibiscus tonic. Again, I'm just using what's available to hand. Broadly, this doesn't matter because apparently you can't buy the fucking stuff anymore, so, you know. But a promise is a promise. Incidentally, if you want to influence what comes up in the channel, there'll be links down below to either join as a member of the channel, where you get like emoticons and all sorts of fun things as well, or alternatively you can join on Patreon. In both cases, if you join the Karen tier, you get a monthly update to let you know kind of how the channel is doing and what I'm planning on doing going forward. It also just gives you kind of like a general update, and it's my sort of direct line to me as a creator. So if you're kind of like, you know, you should do this, yeah, that's where you can do that. And also you get the opportunity to tell me what to do because you're a Karen. I was quite proud of that name, but I mean, I'm waiting for a lawsuit, to be fair, because again, Karens. Ooh, floral. That's probably the hibiscus tonic though. Mixing it, and again, you'll notice really not a lot of tonic in there because I'm fucking weird like that. It melds really nice with the tonic. Hold on, let me just have a swig of the... This takes over a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but it's still nice. Did I tell you the story of when I bought too much hibiscus for work? We were redeveloping the gin menu back in the days where, you know, you could... This has nothing to do with this now, it's just story time with John at this point. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm not, it's just a nice story. So we're redeveloping the gin menu. I was like, right, okay, let's have a look at these. Let's pare it down to, let's say, 6. And we'll try and make it related to whiskey, because it was whiskey bar. So one of the ones that we wanted to get in was Tobermory gin, because they use a little bit of their new make spirit. And I was like, do you know what, that'll be a nice link. And also it's a region ticked off as well. And we got a barrel aged one as well. It's the Macca Mulberry. I've introduced that to at least 3 gin menus now. It's one of my personal favourites, and there'll be a link somewhere if you want to watch a very old video of that. Unfortunately, it was before I showed my face, so was that Mo? Oh, he's here! Oh, save us all from my shitty story, Mo. Oh, those people that clicked off the video ages ago because I said that Mo wasn't going to be in it, rejoice, he is here. Look, actually, he could have modelled, couldn't he? He could have modelled for... He could be on the front of a... Oh god, he hates me right now, doesn't he? It's okay, Mo. Oh, stop writhing. Stop, yep, nope. Mo, you do not want to be with me right now, do you? He's shy, he's camera shy, aren't you? Hey, you just hate me, don't you? He's getting to that age, you know, they start turning on you in their teens, don't they? Right, off you fuck, go on. Bye. Try not to cause too much mayhem. What was I talking about? Hibiscus. Right, so we were adding Tobermory gin onto the menu along with a few other bits and pieces. And one of the serving suggestions that I found was to use hibiscus as one of the garnishes. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll go online. We'll order like one of those small bags of rose petals and also hibiscus flowers. Make it nice and pretty, and it dyes it pink as well. So, you know, it's a bit of fun. Unfortunately, I forgot to read how much you get. So this kilogram pillow of hibiscus petals showed up. And I was on the night shift that night, and the guy who was on the afternoon shift was like, did you read what you were ordering? And I was like, what's arrived instead? I ordered hibiscus petals. I was like, yeah, hibiscus arrived. A lot of hibiscus arrived, and he showed me the bag, and it was fucking huge, and we were just in the cellar laughing. We're like, we're going to have to sell so much fucking... do we even have enough bottles of the gin to get through all this garnish? The answer was no, it's still in the bar somewhere. It's a good thing it's dried, because it's had to survive. But anyway, that was the hibiscus story. Did we learn anything? A little bit lemony actually, yeah. Don't get any of the pink pepper, any of that. It's generically sweet, and there is like a lovely little kind of like toasted coconut flavour at the end. This video was a train wreck. Like, I mean, I know I'm a bit off the cuff at the best of times, but Jesus Christ, even I think this was a mess. Am I going to edit it so that it looks like I know what I'm doing? Am I fuck? We're just going to have to deal with that. That was a coconut Old Tom that was voted on by the Karen tier of the Patreon/membership page. What I should have done is done a separate thing for the members, but I couldn't be fucked. And at the end of the day, there didn't seem much point. So it's pick your platform, pretty much. It's whichever you prefer. If you feel like supporting the channel, and also you want some of the perks that come along with it, there'll be details down at the whatchamacallit. If you can still buy this, let me know down below. Or what flavour of gin that is a little bit unorthodox, a little bit niche, are you really into? Let me know down below. Do you really like the Brussels sprout gin? Oh no.